Hey, Spook Junkies, what is happening? Happy Wednesday. Yes, I know it's trash day, but I haven't heard the truck, so I think we're in good shape. Anyway, what I'm doing today is revisiting some of the past videos. I'm probably going to finish the week off this way, but visiting some of the past videos that we've watched and seeing if they uploaded anything recently. And so, just so happens, Shadow Man had just uploaded one, I think it was 4 days ago, called 5 Scary Ghost Videos That Are Freaking People Out. Well, we love that name. Anyway, it was uploaded 4 days ago, 20 minutes long, so it fits exactly what we like, short videos. But anyway, we're going to get straight onto it so we're not pushing our luck. But hey, before we start this video, here's a little paranormal fun fact. Did you know the inventors of the Ouija board, yeah, the board we don't really care too much about, claim it got its name by asking it, which means what? They played with it. Yes, they played with the Ouija board. And they also asked it what Ouija meant. And you know what it replied? Good luck. Now, I think if the Ouija board could actually talk, it would have been more like, yeah, good luck. Oh, crazy, crazy inventors. Anyway, I'm never going to be messing with that board. But hey, let's get started with this video so we don't press our luck with this trash truck that's supposed to be showing up here pretty soon.
5 scary ghost videos that are freaking people out. Poltergeist activity. Dark Ghost Paranormal is a YouTube channel from Russia. The one-man band is run by a young man named Dennis. Over the past few months, his videos have captured viewers' attention for the creepy old houses he adventures out to in order to investigate. This video, like many others of his, sees him stay overnight in a little cottage, seemingly abandoned for decades now. This upcoming video of his shows him traveling to the middle of nowhere in the hopes of capturing some sort of evidence of the paranormal.
This guy catches a lot of stuff.
In this video, we don't see any apparitions of sorts, however, it is pretty creepy. At the start of the video, he states that this particular house has a very active poltergeist and even says upon arriving at the place that he has some strange noises. Having heard these weird sounds, he wastes no time and sets up many different cameras and lights throughout the place. A few minutes into the video and something rather creepy happens.
Of course. Well, this is one short little house. My head would hit the ceiling. Whoa.
Having heard some sounds from another room, Dennis goes to check it out, only to almost get crushed by an old freestanding closet. Also just narrowly missing him a knife and what appears to be a rusty saw blade of sorts. Shaken up but not disheartened, the paranormal investigator continues his night by leaving that room and returning.
Hold on, buddy. I'm going to rewind it back to just that part where I want to make sure he didn't pull on that dresser. No, didn't touch it. And that's a heavy armoire. Wow.
Having heard some sounds from another room, Dennis goes to check it out, only to almost get crushed by an old freestanding closet. Also just narrowly missing him a knife and what appears to be a rusty saw blade of sorts. Shaken up but not disheartened, the paranormal investigator continues his night by leaving that room and returning to another part of the house. Dennis decides to do a spirit box session in hopes of communicating with anything that may be there. However, as he's doing...
All I'm saying is this guy must have some crazy dreams. I mean, so far everything I've seen this guy do, or we've seen him do, is some crazy activity.
He hears some more unexplainable noises coming from, yet again, the same part of the house as before. He then gets up to check it out, and this happens.
This is crazy. It's like a fish lens or something he's got on there. Wasn't that the one with the dresser that was on the... Oh, come on.
Dennis gets up and walks through the door to find that the old freestanding closet is now back to exactly the position it was before it fell on him.
He didn't hear
Confused
it?
and frightened by this, Dennis hypes himself up to continue in the hopes of actually capturing something paranormal on camera. But after a while, tiredness gets to him and he falls asleep on a couple of old chairs.
I would have slept on the floor. Oh, did you guys see that, like, orb? I think it was an orb.
Dennis falls asleep for a while only to be woken by an unknown
Right there.
loud bang. And dazed and confused, he gets up and looks around, but he doesn't see anything.
Okay, he'll show the orb.
However, one of his cameras picks up something really creepy moments before the unexplainable sound can be heard. Some sort of orb or mist can be seen drifting or gliding across the upper part of the room.
Oh, I can kind of see it. Well,
Could this be related
right there. Wow.
to the
That's an orb.
sound, or even the closet falling over for that matter?
That's not a bug.
Could this be paranormal activity Dennis was hoping
It's
for?
not dust.
Who knows? Was any of this real? Was some of it real? Or was it all orchestrated by the YouTuber and a friend that night? Who knows? Regardless of whether or not
That's the
it's
thing, is you never
real,
know.
his viewers seem to think it's
That's
pretty
good.
creepy. I suggest checking out Dennis's YouTube channel for more spooky, supposedly real content just like this. Once again, the name of his channel is Dark Ghost Paranormal. Dead Man Walks. In the 1990s, there was a TV show in Australia called The Ghost Files. In 1996, one particular episode that aired was so spooky that it freaked out many people. This very episode of The Ghost Files documented the story of a young
remember
man
this
who was
show.
killed in 1918 during the Great War. His name was Freddie Jackson. And although death was relatively common back then in those times and in war, Freddie's death still shocked more people than you would think. It had an everlasting effect on a young woman serving in the army, not because she was in love with him, but because his face still haunts her even up to the date this episode was filmed, 75 years later. This is her story. Now, because this entire story is littered with half a dozen copyrighted music tracks or so, I'll just have to do the talking for her. This now elderly woman named Bobby Capel explains that she had a job in the army at the transport yard at Crown World in Lincolnshire in the UK. She explains that friendships among them all blossomed, then just one day before the unit was disbanded, it was decided that there should be a group photograph, a souvenir of their time together, something to keep forever. Bobby Capel remembers getting ready and looking smart for the photo. However, she also remembers someone that was missing in the lineup, a young mechanic called Freddie Jackson. Now, this was because Freddie had died only days earlier, though not at the hands of the enemy, but rather it was said that he had walked into a plane propeller. His was to be the one face missing from the photograph. However, it didn't quite work out like that. Bobby Capel explains that not too long after everyone in the unit received their photographs, a gasp was heard among many after a few people had recognized the face of Freddie Jackson. In the top row of the photograph, to the right and behind the shoulder of a man wearing the hat, is Freddie's face.
Oh,
Bobby
wow.
explains how everyone in the photo is wearing a hat.
Wow. That is insane. And they didn't have Photoshop back then. Oh, that's good. What a horrible way to go. Walking into a propeller. Can you imagine that? Oh my gosh. I do kind of remember, this picture thing's been circulating for quite a while. Never got to see a real good close-up like this though.
But not Freddie. She also states that he would have definitely been in the group photograph had he not died just days earlier. But there he was. Bobby Capel also remembers the entire group thinking it was exceedingly spooky. They thought it was very eerie. A man who they'd known in the transport unit appearing so clearly when they all knew he was definitely dead. Now, remember, this was back in 1918 when photography was relatively new and Photoshop, well, Photoshop wasn't even a thought.
Nope.
Could this have been one of the earliest ghost or spirit photos ever caught on camera? Or could this semi-transparent face be nothing more than a creepy story or hoax of sorts? This is some...
Now, come on. I am not calling this little old lady a liar. No. I believe it's real.
Thing that everyone will have to judge for themselves. It's definitely a creepy story either way. Dark Entity. Donnie Drunkard, if you didn't already know, is a channel based around Mark, or Donnie I might say, and his house. Mark for some time now, almost 2 years in fact, has been investigating in and around his own house in Canada after many odd and just plain creepy occurrences. Yeah, see, ever since visiting a cemetery in the local area, many of his viewers believe that he may have just brought something back to his house with him one night without realizing. I've gone through most of this before, however, if you're just learning of this now, here are 2 clips showing possibly what could have followed him home many months ago.
You guys see that? It was like really quick. It looked like a shadow. Yep. Whoa.
Mark first unknowingly
come on,
captured
guys.
this
I gotta
entity
rewind
on
that.
camera at a nearby...
Oh man, hopefully I can stop right on it. Okay. Gotta be quick on this. Shadow. Oh, trying to catch it. Go on. Oh, missed it. I'll try again. You guys, that is crazy. Oh, hey, not too shabby. Not great, but not too shabby. Wow. Wow. That is insane. Move time.
Mark first unknowingly captured this entity on camera at a nearby cemetery, and then again many times over in his own basement. However, this was not all. As a big fan of Donnie Drunkard, I often check in with him from time to time on his live streams. A few days ago I came across another video that surprised even me.
Oh. Okay. Something weird.
Mark was doing another investigation in the basement of his own house when a weird black mass darts or zips past him at rapid speed. The mysterious shadow is almost invisible to the naked eye until you slow it down, which Mark has done for us here. After having got up and checked it out, whatever this thing was seemed to have not only shown itself but also knocked over a couple of beer cans at the end of a dark hallway. Viewers of the original upload have commented that the black mass looks awfully familiar. Perhaps it is in fact the same entity or spirit that once supposedly followed Mark home one day from a local cemetery. Who knows?
Oh, look how quick
This,
that was.
however, just like I stated earlier, is not all of
It wasn't like that. That thing is huge. That shadow. Mass.
The YouTube channel Donnie Drunkard has many more interesting and just plain creepy videos, including clips that contain
having those all over my body.
EVPs, shadows, and
Walking through that
things
house.
around the house literally moving by themselves.
Okay.
I highly suggest checking out Mark's channel if you haven't already. Once again, his channel is called Donnie Drunkard, and it's well worth a watch. The morning. A couple of weeks ago, I featured a Mexican couple who go by the name Iv'e and Paranormal here on YouTube. I showed how they accidentally captured on camera what appeared to be the spirit of a woman peeking in from outside their apartment. In case you missed it, here it is again.
What? Oh.
The couple were awoken in the early hours of the morning to what sounded like something or someone going through their apartment downstairs. It wasn't until their livestream viewers noticed this person or entity at the window did the couple believe it was something.
Well, can't make out a face. There's definitely something there. At first I thought that was just a picture hanging on the wall. That's a window, huh? Yep, so.
More than just an intruder. Little did I know that at the time of putting this video together, the couple had actually had an experience very similar to this the night before. However, this time the couple were awoken up by the sound of something much creepier. They grab their phone, start yet another live stream, and head downstairs.
¡Hola, madre!
Oh, I couldn't tell if that was them or...
¡Oh, hijo de pinche madre! ¡Cállate!
Te ordeno en nombre de nuestro Señor Jesucristo que te largues de nuestra casa, maldita.
I can hear somebody crying.
¡Ya cállate!
The couple slowly make their way downstairs after hearing what sounds like a woman wailing or mourning. The sounds of the mysterious woman are echoing throughout the couple's apartment. However, when they search the place, there's just nothing to be seen. Confused and frightened, the couple continue looking through the place for answers. But they just don't find anything. They're about to go back upstairs and call it a night when something just plain scary happens.
Sí, es lo que te iba a decir, se siente un frío horrible.
Whoa, what was that? Oh, that was loud. Sound like a
¿Qué es
boom.
eso?
No, no me quiero imaginar. Memo, mi protección.
¿El rosario dónde está?
El rosario aquí está, pero están los otros rosarios adentro con los cuartos. Ay, no. No mames, te dije.
Hijo de su...
No los toques, no los puedes hacer.
No te pases.
The couple close their courtyard door and call it a night when a loud thump can be heard, followed by another sound. They both rush upstairs to check it out and find their protection beads or something similar has been thrown across the floor. Now, at this point, most people would probably be out of there. However, this couple, known as Iv'e and Paranormal, investigates places just like this all the time. Difference is, this is their actual home, and believe it or not, this is just the beginning of what happened that night. I'd love to just keep playing the video, but as you all know, I just can't do that, so if you've got a spare 40 minutes or so, be sure to check out this video in full. I'll leave the link below. But also check out their channel, Iv'e Paranormal. Their content is really scary and seems as genuine as it comes. Not
that
so
loud boom was
convenient.
loud.
The following video is from an unknown source and comprises of a woman speaking to her future viewers about what she is experiencing at work. You see, the Spanish woman appears to work at a convenience store or a gas station and states that the fridge doors have been, believe it or not, opening and closing by themselves. The unknown woman says that it's been happening all day, but it calmed down for a few hours. Until now.
Donde parte de la tarde se han estado abriendo y cerrando solita las puertas. Hay momentos que se calma, pero de repente empiezan otra vez a abrirse y cerrarse. Me voy a mover para allá para ver de cerca, a ver si, ¿qué pasa? Nos vamos acercando a la cámara. Jorgito es uno de mis compañeros de aquí de trabajo. ¿Qué pasó, hijo? ¿Qué se cayó? Vean. Ahí ya empezaron a abrirse. Vean, observen. Vamos a tratar de no acercarnos.
Excuse me. Okay, now I know those freezers have a little walk, you know, there's actually a huge area back there because that's how they stock stuff. So I'm wondering if somebody just pushed the door open from inside there. I think that's probably what happened. I'll have to look at it again.
Vean cómo se están abriendo las puertas.
See the angle, you can't.
Vamos a ver de aquel lado.
You can't tell. But that's what I'm thinking is going on.
Se están abriendo y cerrando.
Could be wrong, though. See?
Toda la tarde he estado pasando esto y inclusive ya hay gente que se dio cuenta.
They'll come back. They'll close automatically.
Y híjole. La verdad sí es un poco temeroso. Ya le hablé a mi supervisor.
I think there's somebody in there.
Vean, ya le hablé
wait
a
a
mi
minute. Now
supervisor
that one was.
para que viniera a ver esto que está pasando. No me
Okay,
cree,
let me rewind that one.
pero digo,
Let me rewind that part.
toda la tarde he estado pasando
Because
esto.
that could be totally wrong.
Inclusive ya hay gente que se dio cuenta.
Okay, it's coming up.
Y
See if I see a hand or something. Look real close.
Es un poco temeroso. Ya le hablé a mi supervisor para que vean, ya le hablé a mi supervisor para que
That's a tough
viniera a ver
call.
esto que está
That's a
pasando.
tough call. Reason why is because see these two little blurred out sides. I don't know why that is. Why they have that on there. But right when it opened up, it was kind of like in that blur, so you can't really tell. I still think there may be somebody back there.
Digo, vamos, Jorgito, allá atrás a ver qué pasa. Vean. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Vamos a arriesgarnos a ir.
Like I said, again, I don't like calling people liars, but you know.
The unknown woman attempts to get closer and closer to the fridge doors in hopes of getting something on camera, but she has no luck. She states that it's just herself and one other workmate working at the time of this recording, and he can be seen behind the camera. So what on earth could possibly be making these refrigeration doors open and close repeatedly like this? Could this convenience store be haunted by a past employee, or is it something easier to explain like a draft of sorts? Who knows? Leave your thoughts on this one in the comments. Ghosting you. To finish this video off, I thought we'd take a quick look at a supposedly real ghost photo. Why? Because it's creepy, but also because it makes for an easy thumbnail. Back in 2016, the Hollywood star Jessica Alba, who missed out on the role in the all-female Ghostbusters film, captured something spooky. On January 13th, 2016, the actress shared a picture on her Instagram after taking what she thought was just a mundane selfie. After looking at the image, Jessica Alba realized that there was some sort of eerie figure standing behind her in the background. Jessica's selfie appears to show a woman with dark hair and a pale, skeletal-looking face stood in the distance behind her. Fans immediately went into panic mode, fearing for the star's well-being following her terrifying discovery. Some followers went as far as suggesting that the ghostly figure was actually the spirit of the late singer David Bowie, who passed away just days earlier.
Looked like a girl.
That's, yeah.
I don't think so. Well, I mean, David Bowie did like dressing up like a woman, but that's not David Bowie.
What do you think? If you or someone you know has taken a creepy video or photo and you think it's scary enough to be in a future video, send it to submit.shadowman@gmail.com and you may just see it in an upcoming video.
Well, I guess that's it. All right. Great video. I think it was pretty good. Another good one. All right. Well, like I said, my favorite one was the dresser. That coming over, I mean, that's pretty hard. The thing that got me about that one, though, is that, you didn't hear it go back up. So what's with that? Did he hear it? They don't mention anything about that. And that black shadow, that like zoom, I mean, just flew out of that, whatever, that kitchen or whatever area it was. Oh, that was just, can you imagine seeing that? Can you imagine standing there and actually seeing that come flying out over you? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Out of the house for sure. But yeah, that's about it. Everything else is a little questionable, like especially that last one we just saw. Well, not the last one. I mean, I don't know. Both those, I mean, not enough to really go on. Certainly didn't look like David Bowie, I can tell you that. But those refrigerators, I still think there could have been somebody in there, some stock person. They could have staged this whole thing. That's just my opinion. And I am not about to call that little old lady a liar. She looks like a sweet little old lady. So, no, that's not going to happen. And I do remember seeing that old picture years ago, but I never got to see it that close up. That was pretty freaky. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you tomorrow. Let's get out of here. And remember, Spook Junkies, I love you. God bless.